Hello, and thank you for tuning in. You are tuned into The Encourager, and my name is Nehru. Thank you for tuning in to our subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing and being a part of the startup of something new as that motorcycle starts up. Thank you for being a part of the new start and what Most High is doing here with the collective, those of us who are vibrating high and correctly through unconditional love, agape love. I am really dealing with something, and I'm really being transparent with you all. So I'm really dealing with something at this very moment. I knew that this day was coming for the most part since like the first week of the Mercury retrograde, this Mercury retrograde that's ending today on the 25th of April. I just really hate doing shit that I don't want to do. You know, I just really hate doing shit that I really don't want to do. And I'm not talking about paying your taxes. You know, I don't mind doing that because they go to pay for public services like police officers and firefighters and stuff like that, our roads and things. So I don't mind paying for those things. So don't complain about your taxes. Granted, all of it's not going towards what you think it should, but don't complain about those things. They could be better, no doubt. But you're not running for office, so you're not doing anything to make changes in that area. So you can't complain about them. Or you shouldn't. But I'm having to make a decision. And again, I hate doing stuff that I don't want to do because I'm such an independent person, and I'm still, quite honestly, trying to hold firm to this concept of working with the universe and not calling all the shots myself, because I know that same spirit that created the earth is what dwells in me. And so because of that, I know and understand how powerful I am today. So that is the reason why it creates the challenge for working with any other energy, whether that energy is in a physical body or that energy is spiritual. That's what makes it challenging for me. That is why I walk alone. That is why I work alone. Which brings me to where I am today, mentally, spiritually, what have you. I really hate doing shit that I don't want to do. So I was thinking about this morning, and again, I knew it was, I don't know, Most High told me that I needed to do this, I don't know, 3 weeks ago or something. So I am cracking the door open. I was getting nauseous when I was thinking about that this morning, because I understand that the feds might still be listening in on my platform, and that's okay. I'm going to say this anyway. because I mean it. If I was to ever be joined in marriage to someone else and they were unfaithful to me, the likelihood of me taking their life is high. Physically ending their life is extremely high. Because if I had not left Florida when I did, over the last 8 or 9 months, I would have definitely showed up at that Scorpio's door or across the street with some type of weapon. I would have absolutely done that if I would have been in Florida for these last 9 months. And I know for a fact that that's why Most High got me out of there. Because Most High knew that it was going to come a point. Because when I left, there were parts of me that were still healing. Now that I'm completely healed, I remember when I was there, when I realized that there were gang stalkers and that they were coming past the house and leaving stuff on the doorsteps of the house and all that sort of thing. And that literally happened. Those things literally happened. I began to sit a baseball bat in a window, in the front window of the house, to let them know that me, my Connie Corso, and this bat will beat your ass if you attempt to come near me or attempt to enter my house. I wouldn't ask questions. I'm just swinging, and I'll let the morgue identify the person, identify the body. Okay? It could have been my mother that walked into there. It didn't matter. Whoever that is, it didn't matter. Okay? So, with all of that said, I'm cracking the door open. Because I've come to this conclusion also. It is nearly impossible to be open to agape love or let me take that. It's impossible to not be open to agape love, because agape love is what ties it all together, because that is love. That's the love that Most High talks about, right? That's the unconditional love, and that's my healing power, right? So because I am that, that's why it bothers me to... I remember I did something as a kid, and I really felt like the enemy told me to do this. And 2 years later, a year later, I went and told the sperm donor. I said, I believe the devil told me to do this, so I did it. And it was throwing something, actually, at someone. And I said, I did it. And I got disciplined for that. It was a year later. My conscience just I couldn't do it. My conscience would not let me live with that. I couldn't do it. I got disciplined, and I accepted my discipline. And in fact, that was the last time I was physically disciplined by him. I just couldn't deal with it. So, I always knew, somewhere in the back of my mind, that there was going to come some fucking day when I was going to have to say, yep, I'm cracking the door open. So what does this mean? It means for the Scorpio, it means that they have an opportunity, because it's for both sides. So it means she has an opportunity. She has an opportunity to reach out to me via email, or I unblocked her on one social media platform, so she has an opportunity to reach out to me there. I have been getting, I don't know, in the last month alone, yesterday, on 4/24, the amount of phone calls from Florida, scam calls from 386-352-321 area codes, 813s, right? Insane. So I don't know if that's her or if that's the karmic Leo that she's involved with. Okay? That she picked up at a bar, one night stand, or whatever it was. Transvestite, whoever that individual is. It could be them or the hackers that's doing these robocalls. It's one of the three. It's either the Scorpio, one of her minions, her lover, or the hackers. But here's her opportunity. She's all concerned about me being angry. I can tell her this. The door is cracked open. I will not lash out. I can tell you that for certain. First of all, because I'm not fucking up my blessings. Okay? So I'm not doing that. I am going to maintain my peace, my dignity, my strong position, my authority, and that will not be wavered, that will not be shaken, and but it's your opportunity. If you want to lessen the karma that's coming from me, because I send karma to you as well. Again, I am karma. Okay? So if you want to lessen the karma that's coming to you, to your family, to your children, to your children's children, to your children's children's children, if you want to do that, here's your opportunity. I've unblocked you on a social media platform. You can reach out to me. You can send me a message. You have email addresses. This is me giving you permission. And with that, here is the other side of that, or one other point of that. If you are someone who wants to come clean, or you want to repent, I have cracked that door open for you. Without backlash, without repercussion. It doesn't matter what you did. You could tell me that you slept with my friend. You can tell me that you slept with a relative. You can tell me that you knew a relative or knew my family before you met me. You can tell me that you were doing witchcraft on me before we ever met. You could tell me that you're my uncle. You could tell me you're my aunt. You could tell me you're my sister, brother, that you were a part of this cult coven that did. You could be whoever you are. There's no repercussion. I guarantee you there's forgiveness. I assure you of that at this time. Here's your window. Doesn't matter who you are. You could be Steve Parker at the Rock of Central Florida. You could be his wife, Kim. You could be whoever it is. It doesn't matter. Whoever you are today, there's a window of opportunity. And I do say a window, because I opened the window. Most High decides when that window closes. Because at some point, I'm not going to be approachable. And not because I'm going to be angry, but because it's just going to be difficult to get in touch with me. Because I'll be busy. Okay? So, I won't have the time. Or maybe even the desire. Today I have the desire to listen and the patience. Okay? So here's your opportunity for those who want to clear up any karma. And let me tell you about those who are going to be dealing with karma, or who are. If you did not believe me when I told you the truth about what was going on, you are going to be receiving karma. You need to repent. to Most High, to me, and to your ancestors for not believing the truth when it was presented to you by an earth angel. Just like everybody else who denies information that's presented to them by earth angels. They deal with the other side, 15:15 on the clock. Okay? So, there's the window of opportunity for everyone that I, at some point, shut down over the last 2 years. Here's your opportunity. Okay? Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter what you did. Nothing whatsoever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you stole money from me. It doesn't matter if you took my social security number. It doesn't matter if you did witchcraft against me. It doesn't matter if none of it. I don't care what you did. There's forgiveness for you today. It doesn't matter. But there's action on your part that's needed. You need to step forward and you need to repent. Again, there are those that I've unblocked on social media. If you're one of those who believe their lies, you're dealing with karma, even if you did not participate. So what's on the other side of that? On the other side of that, the door that's cracked open is also for the possibility of casual conversation. That's the other part of that. So, I got a download some time ago about a secret admirer. And this is where the nausea comes in for me, honestly. And that's not an exaggeration. I was literally laying down this morning at 6 o'clock. 45 minutes ago or something. And I was nauseous thinking about being in another relationship. I was getting nauseous, and that just lets me know that's really not where I am right now. That's really not where I am. It's not. And I don't know if I'll ever be. However, I am opening the door for social activity. Right? So what does that mean? Someone wants to ring me up and wants to grab a drink. Yep, let's grab a drink. Sure. That's what that means. Right? So I am opening myself up for that. And I don't think I was ever really closed off to it. There was a time I've been in isolation since September of 2022, really. And so that was when I left religion and truly stopped trying to convince someone that I was their divine counterpart. So, there's going to be several videos that are going to be posted today that I recorded throughout the Mercury retrograde. Most High guided me to not post anything during the Mercury retrograde in order to starve the enemy, were the exact words I heard. So, now that the enemy has been starved, because the enemy's a doppelganger and the enemy wants to use my material. So now that the enemy was starved throughout the Mercury retrograde, when they were hoping to capitalize on the solar power, and has nothing to do with panels on the top of your roof, when they were waiting for that solar power, I shut the switch off. Okay? So, because again, that's what I was told to do. Thankfully. And I liked it a lot. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm happy to announce that I have, again, received my Reiki Master certification, and so I will soon be offering Reiki healing sessions. I am in the process of getting all of that together. The calendar and all of that is already set up. Just a couple of final things for me, and yeah. So hopefully in the next month or so, I will be able to include that in the description of my videos as another service that I offer in the way of the reasons for which I'm here, and that's to heal the world. Okay? So let us all be diligent in our day and be the word retrospective. Let me look that word up. I know what it means, but let me, you know what I mean. Let me get an exact word. Definition. Retrospective. Let's see. Retrospective. Looking back on or dealing with past events or situations. Okay? So that is the opportunity that is being presented today. To be retrospective, to look, that's why the door is cracked open, to look back, to see where the mistakes were made, to see where things were misunderstood, to see where miscommunication was missed, to see where forgiveness and misunderstanding, things taken out of context, whatever that might happen to be, being misled, being manipulated, following someone who manipulated you or did witchcraft against you, or you being a part of a cult and then finally walking away, and whatever that is, here is your opportunity. Whoever you are, if you believe the lies that were told to you by karmic individuals that came against me and my purpose, okay, and my spiritual family. So, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, there are several videos that are going to be loading today. They're all set to upload actually at 7 o'clock, so they're probably all available now. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. We will get back to our angel numbers starting today as well. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. My name's Nehru. This is The Encourager. We are only here to help us become our highest, truest, purest version of ourselves possible. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, be encouraged.